You didn't go into banking to stay in banking. Banking was the farm system. Private equity is the league. And after 2 years of 90-hour weeks building models for other people's decisions, you finally got the call.
A PE firm wants to meet.
You go through 6 rounds of interviews, case studies, modeling tests.
Partner dinners where you're being evaluated the entire time, and everyone pretends you're not. You get the offer, $150,000 base, bonus on top of that. You're 23 years old. Yes?
The first week, you feel like an imposter.
The office is quiet in a way that banking never was. No one is yelling. No one is sprinting to a printer. Everyone just looks like they're thinking very hard about something you don't fully understand yet. Then your first CIM lands in your inbox, a confidential information memorandum, 90 pages about a company you've never heard of. A family-owned healthcare business, $40 million in revenue, growing, profitable, and someone wants to sell it. Your job is to figure out if your firm should buy it, not advise on buying it, not prepare a presentation about buying it. Actually decide if $300 million of real capital should move. You open Excel. The model starts simple. Revenue, expenses, EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. It's the number private equity lives and dies on. You build a debt schedule. How much can you borrow against this company's cash flows? How much interest does that debt cost? After you pay the debt, what's left? And in 5 years, when you sell it, what do you get back? That final number is the IRR, internal rate of return. The whole game is getting it above 20%. Below 20%, the deal is dead. Above 20%, the partners get interested. Above 25%, people start smiling in meetings. You run your first model, 17.3%. Dead. You adjust the assumptions, trim expenses, improve margins, push the exit multiple. 21.8%. Alive. You send it to the associate at 1:14 a.m. He replies in 4 minutes. Good. Clean it up for the VP tomorrow. You don't go home until 2:30. This is a Monday. The diligence process begins. Your firm is serious about this one. That means 3 weeks of the most intense work you've ever done. Management calls where you're listening for what the CEO isn't saying. Why did margins drop last year? Why are 60% of revenues tied to 3 customers? Your data room has 4,000 documents in it. You are expected to have read the relevant ones. You read them. You find something on page 47 of a customer contract, an auto-renewal clause that expires in 18 months. If the biggest customer walks, revenue tops 22%. You flag it, the VP looks at it, the principal looks at it, the MD looks at it, they adjust the price. The seller pushes back. Meanwhile, your life is happening without you. Your college friends are doing things on weeknights. You hear about it the next day on the group chat. Your girlfriend calls on a Thursday to say she misses you. You're in a lender call. You text back, talk tonight at 8 p.m. At midnight, you realize you forgot to call. You don't sleep well anymore. Not because of stress, exactly. More because your brain won't stop running scenarios, even when you tell it to stop. You lie in bed doing sensitivity analysis in your head. The investment committee meeting is on a Wednesday. The partners sit around a long table. Your associate presents. Your VP explains the structure. Your MD frames the upside. Then they get to the model. Your model. A partner asks what happens to returns if EBITDA comes in 10% below plan. You know the answer, 16.4%. Still works, barely. Another partner asks about the customer concentration risk. They look at each other. Proceed to exclusivity. That's it. That's a yes. The deal closes 8 weeks later. There's no party. The MD sends an email. Good work on Monarch. That's it. You get your bonus 4 months later, $60,000. After taxes, $38,000. You tell yourself you'll save most of it. You move to a nicer apartment. You buy the watch you've been looking at for 6 months. You book a trip to Japan that you reschedule twice because deals don't care about vacation. The third time you try to take the trip, you cancel it yourself before anyone asks you to. Year 2. You've closed 3 deals now. You know how the process works. They promote you to associate. The base goes up. The bonus goes up. The responsibility goes up. Now you're the one texting analysts at 1 a.m. Good. Clean it up for the VP tomorrow. The cycle continues. You're 25. The social math is starting not to work. Your college friends have lives that look different from yours. Normal jobs, normal hours, weekends that belong to them. Your girlfriend sat you down 6 months ago. She said she felt like she was dating your phone. She wasn't wrong. She's not your girlfriend anymore. You go to the gym at 6 a.m. because it's the only hour that belongs to you. You are in excellent shape. You eat most of your dinners at your desk. You know every delivery app that still operates past midnight. You have $280,000 in your brokerage account. You haven't looked at it in 3 months. The money is real. By year 3, total compensation clears $300,000. But here's what nobody tells you about the money. It doesn't feel like freedom. It feels like the reason you stay.
Every year you earn more, your lifestyle adjusts to match it. The apartment gets nicer, the travel gets better. Now you're comparing yourself to the VP who drives a Porsche and the partner who just bought a place in the Hamptons.
The goalpost moved, and you moved with them. One bonus, one promotion, one nicer version of everything. The golden handcuffs don't lock all at once. They tighten slowly. So slowly you don't notice until the day you try to leave and realize you don't know how. 5 years in, you're a VP now. You've worked on 11 deals, closed 7. You sat in rooms with CEOs of companies worth hundreds of millions and asked questions that changed how they ran their businesses. You've missed your sister's birthday twice. You made it to your best friend's wedding but left before the reception because a term sheet needed comments. You are very good at your job. You are not entirely sure who you are outside of it. People ask if it's worth it. You never know how to answer that. Worth it compared to what? You don't know who those other versions of you are. You only know this. You know how to look at a company and see what it could be. That skill took years, and it cost something. Whether the cost was worth the skill is a question that changes depending on the day you ask it. On a Monday after a deal closes, yes. On a Saturday in an empty apartment, less so. Tomorrow morning, another CIM hits your inbox. Another company, another story, another chance to figure out if the numbers are telling the truth. You open your laptop, you get to work.